Said you gotta put me on, Benita out the room. You gotta put me on, Benita out the room. Said you gotta. Hey, what's up, IG? What's up, Facebook? I'm back. 37. What's up, y'all? Get in here. Do me a favor. Like and share this broadcast if you are on Facebook. Like and share this if you are on Instagram. Send this to your people's DMs. Tell them that T is back. What's going on, Miss Wanda? Y'all get in here because T is I'm spilling all the tea today. Okay? T is spilling all the tea today. Welcome. Get in here. Get in here. Satisfaction. I had the right tactics. Y'all get in here. I want to see you. My mic is cutting up, y'all. IG, y'all really, because y'all have my phone, but Facebook is going to be a little iffy. Yes, y'all get in here. Come on, numbers. Come on here on Facebook. Get in here. Like and share this broadcast. Like and share. Let everybody know that Dating in Dallas is back. Honey, listen. Oh my gosh, I miss y'all so much. What's up, everybody? What's going on, IG? We're going to be starting in 2 minutes. So you have 2 minutes to grab a snack, grab your friend, okay? Grab your edges, and come and join me. Why did the video finish? Oh no. I don't know what just happened. Oh. IG is such a hater. Won't let me play my music. It's all right. Y'all come on back. Facebook, what's going on? Y'all get in here. We are going to be starting in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We will be starting. 2 minutes. We will be starting. Y'all get in here. I cannot wait to fill y'all in on what your girl has been up to. Oh, I miss y'all so much. I miss y'all. Do me a favor. Like and share this broadcast. Share it in any Facebook groups that you're in. Share it on your Facebook page. If you're on IG, send it to your friends. Let them know Thea is back. I got stuff to fill y'all in on. I have so much to tell you. Y'all get in here, though. Get in here. All right, we have 1.5 minutes, and then we're starting. Hey. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I miss y'all so much. I miss y'all. Get in here. 1 minute and 30 seconds, and we are starting, my loves. Dating in Dallas, honey. Listen. Y'all miss me? Honey, get in here. Get your butts in here. Oh my goodness, I miss y'all. Okay, I'm pulling up my Facebook so I can see what the feed and the comments are looking like. But y'all get in here. You're listening to the smooth sounds of the Pushnickens, if you can hear it. Now, Instagram, here's the thing. If the music is too loud and it picks it up, it's going to shut my video down again. So I don't know how I'm going to work around that. Honestly, I really just need my own show so I can play the music that I want to listen to. Nevertheless, here we are. Facebook. Hey, Fat. Hi, Sony. Y'all get in here. Okay, 1 more minute and we're starting. Come on, y'all. Dating in Dallas. I want to see numbers on IG go up. Like and share this broadcast. Okay? Like and share if you're on Instagram. Everybody. I'm sharing this now. I'm sending this to everybody. Y'all get in here. Get in here, honey. Listen. Get in here. Hey, what's up? 30 seconds and we starting. If you're on Facebook, please send me a comment. Let me know you're here so I can salute you. It doesn't show the comments through StreamYard like it does on IG. So hopefully. And y'all are not on the same device on Facebook. Like, y'all pray for me. Can't update Chrome. No, we're not going to restart that right now. All right, 30 seconds and we starting, y'all. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey. I don't know what's going on my IG. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? All right, I'm trying to get to my page so that I can see. I don't know if Boogie's here or not. She's feeling a little under the weather, darling. So we have to, I'm kind of working by myself. I don't have my producer, guys. So this is another animal that I have to deal with. Let's see. Oh, I wonder if, is that the volume? Okay. Hey! Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Dating in Dallas, the first Dating in Dallas of 2022. Yeah. Yo, what up? Welcome to Dating in Dallas. I am your host, Theanie Shannon. Yes, the girl is back, honey. Let me tell you something. Dating in Dallas is a show that I came up with at the request of my friends and my followers, where I would chronicle my dating experiences in the Dallas Metroplex. Moreover, I cover everything life, love, and relationships from a Christian woman's perspective. And baby, let me tell you something. I miss y'all so much. I can't even, I miss y'all. It has been a different 6 months, okay? Okay. But before we get into I just want to give a shout out to my best friend, Joy Lachey Foreman. Y'all know her as Boogie, right? Boogie has loved me, has pushed me, has been there for me, has yelled at me, has done all the things, right, for the past 6 months. She has been like on me. It's time to get back. It's time to start. It's time to start the show. Start the show. Start the show. And I'll be honest, guys, I took my time in coming back only because I needed some time. It's a lot. Y'all don't realize how hard it is to do a live stream show every week and to have content and a subject to talk about every week, right? So I took a reprieve, but while I was away, I wasn't just like doing nothing, right? So for those of you who have been living under a rock, y'all see that your girl's been, I've been busy. I've been booked and busy. Okay. So I've been hosting events. I've been guest speaking at different events. And as a result, God has opened so many doors of opportunity for the kid. And I remember what I told you. I said, no matter where I go, I'm taking y'all with me, right? So y'all are coming along for this ride. Okay. So the first thing is that I am now a brand ambassador. Hello. Come on. In the comments, look to your neighbor, say brand ambassador. Okay. I'm a brand ambassador for Lowe's Jewels Foundation out of Houston, Texas. Okay. My very first event that I booked with them was their Heroes Day that they did to honor servicemen and their families. So I hosted that event in December of 2021, which is literally 2 months ago. And I was asked to come on, be a part of the board, and be a brand ambassador. So you're going to be seeing a lot from me posting about Lowe's Jewels Foundation. They are an amazing organization, right, that built up the community, built up disenfranchised and urban youth and their families by giving them opportunities, teaching them job skills, teaching them mental wellness, helping them to learn a trade. They have a community garden. They volunteer at the local stadium. Like, it is amazing the work that they do. And Lonika Taewu is the founder of Lowe's Jewels Foundation. So she is the Lowe in Lowe's Jewels Foundation. I call her Lowe. She has become a good friend of mine. I'm so blessed to know her. But your girl's a brand ambassador for Lowe's Jewels Foundation. God be praised. Like, God gets all the glory. Now, the second thing is I was booked to speak. My soror, Carmen Foy, she is the founder of Purity Girls, Rated Purity Girls. And it is an amazing organization that pours into the lives of girls ages 10 to, I think, 16 or 10 to 14. And she teaches them mental wellness, leadership skills, sexual purity, building their walk with God, spirituality, and she does different programs. The one main program that she is really pouring into right now is the Purity Girls Leadership Academy. So it is a 5-month leadership academy that the girls enroll in, and they go through different workshops every Saturday, and they do a major project at the end, and they basically kind of cross over into being a Purity Girl ambassador, right? So she asked me to come on for one of the workshops to teach about mental wellness, and it was called Your Healthy Self. Well, it just touched my heart so much, and it blessed me more than I could ever have been of a benefit to them. But as a result of that, Carmen has asked me to be the mental health and wellness coach for the entire organization. Okay, so not only am I a brand ambassador for Lowe's Jewels Foundation, I am now the mental health and wellness coach for Rated Purity Girls Foundation. Okay, your girl is busy. I am busy. Not to mention that I am revamping and bringing back Dating in Dallas, which is what you see before you. In addition to that, Hangouts with Thee is coming back. And so much is happening. And I'm doing it in steps. The one thing that I have learned is that I have to break my life up into bite-sized pieces and kind of roll things out as need be, right? So in addition, this year I will be taking my licensure test. October, I will be taking my licensure test to become a licensed professional counselor. So I will officially be able to hang my shingle up and be able to see people. Right now I see them in a coaching capacity, but in a couple of months I will be able to, be a professional counselor. So like I got a lot of stuff going on. So I need y'all to pray for me. We are still being viewed on My TV 26, right? I have another opportunity to be showed on television as well out of Houston, Texas. So that'll be coming up in the next couple of months. Hangouts with Thee will be happening. Dating in Dallas, y'all. Okay. I'm merging Dating in Dallas and Hangouts with Thee for certain episodes because we will be on location. So we will be doing Dating in Dallas on location at certain spots in the DFW area and hosting episodes there. So the We Outside Squad, y'all, dust your debit cards off. Okay, we're going to be going back out. If you want to be a part of the We Outside Squad and you want to go to the Hangouts with Thee, y'all remember over the summer, we were somewhere every other weekend in the summertime. And then there were some times where some of the crew wanted to hang out in between. So there were times where I was going out every weekend. It was crazy. It was bananas. And we support Black business, Black entertainers, and Black restaurants, Black entrepreneurship. So if you know of a restaurant, if you know of a comedy show, a store, Black owned, please DM me that and we can add it into the rotation. Okay. So that is all that your girl has been dealing with and what I've been experiencing over the past 6 months. Now, let's get into the tea. Okay. Because this is going to kick off a lot of some of the content is going to be happening for the subjects of Dating in Dallas, right? Okay, y'all know because you saw it. You were here, Instagram, Facebook. Y'all saw the pictures of me and my honey, right? So I was in a full-fledged relationship. Okay, I met this gentleman online. Met him online in the Facebook dating app. Facebook dating app honestly is the better of the ones that have been out. Honestly, I don't do Plenty of Fish. That is it is a horrible app. I don't do BLK or Black, but Facebook dating app has been somewhat substantial. They're not paying me to say this. I'm just saying. Now, met him on the Facebook dating app, and hey, and I have to tell you, there weren't many red flags in the beginning. So I was with him for about 6 months. I would say the red flags didn't come till about month 4, month 5. Okay. So we met on the Facebook dating app. He explained to me that he was a widower, that his wife had, been deceased for about 4 years. that in the beginning, he told me he worked in a funeral home, that he was a funeral director. He also has a transportation business where he transports, deceased people to and from, the hospital to the funeral home, the mortuary, all that kind of stuff. So that was what, that was his bread and butter. And that's what he told me. And his wife was deceased, that his father lives with him. He takes care of his father. His mom is deceased. So, it was that element of getting to know each other. And I told him full well who I was. I'm divorced, moved out here 4 years ago, that kind of thing. So things were going well, getting to know each other. I would say the third week that we were talking, that getting to know you stage, we were having a conversation, and we got on the topic of our biggest fears. And I said, it's not like a big fear, but a fear of mine is that I'm going to marry a pastor and he don't know how to preach. He was like, what? I said, yeah, one of my fears is that I'm going to marry a pastor and he don't know how to preach, because I'm going to have to sit under his teaching and his leadership, and he don't know how to preach. And so he was like, well, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm a pastor. And I was like, Derek, stop playing with me. Like, stop. What? He was like, no, seriously, I'm a pastor. I was like, why didn't you tell me this? So he told me that he wanted to see kind of where my heart was. He said, there are times in his denomination, he is kind of Southern Baptist. And he said in his denomination, there are women, like their sole goal in life is to be a first lady, is to be a pastor's wife. And so he was like, I want to get to know a woman for who she is. And that's why he said, I apologize for not telling you sooner, but that's the reason why I just wanted to kind of see, who you are and get to know you before I kind of disclose everything of who you are. Disclose everything of who I am. All right, cool, no problem. So that wasn't a red flag. It was kind of a magenta, a pink flag, so to speak, right? And as an aside, guys, if you have any comments, please put them in the comments section. Same thing for IG. If you want to come on, if you have comments, questions, if you want to come on, please send me a request. I got you, okay? If you want to come into the room, hopefully Boogie's watching. I forgot to do the link. I'm so sorry, guys, for Facebook. But if you want to come on, just let me know. Okay. So that wasn't like a red flag, but nevertheless. So we're getting to know each other. I met his father over the phone, had conversations. And of course, most dads that I meet, if I'm dating a guy, the dad always loves me. The mom is a little leery because, it's their son and there's that whole mama's boy and that whole thing. So I met the father. Our first meeting, now he lives in Houston. So which is about 2.5, 3 hours from me, depending on where you live in Houston. So he came up to see me, and he spent the weekend up here. And so he met my mother. He actually came over the house for dinner, met my mother, bought flowers. Mommy made him, Puerto Rican chicken and rice. It was the whole thing. And, it was the whole thing. So it was a good meeting. We spent the weekend together. It was good. It was good. I still was not sold on being with him, like in a relationship like that, So I just kind of kept it. I was being cautiously optimistic, if that makes any sense. So things are going well. I get booked to host the event in December. So he was like, well, I'm going to come with you to your event. And I was like, well, you don't have to do it. He said, no, I want to be there to support you, help you. And when I tell you he was there, he met me, the amazing foundation, Little Jules Foundation. They took care of me. My travel expenses, hotel was a beautiful hotel. It was just an amazing experience. But he met me at the hotel, carried my stuff up, went with me to the event. He was like my personal security, carried all my things, and I was just hosting. But he, was just there, right? He was there. He was doing all the things. He was checking all the boxes, right? So now, mind you, this is like month 4. This is about month 4 into the situation. Yes, This is the gentleman in the pictures. For those of you who are, you know. Hey y'all, what's up? I got comedian Kelvin Wayne on Instagram, respectfully. So, that I hosted the event the weekend and then that was on Saturday. Sunday, it was, I was checking out the whole thing, and I was like, well, do you want to hang out, spend time together? Now he is a pastor, so he has to, preach. And he was like, well, no, I can't today because I have, to preach in the morning. And I said, man, if I would have known that, I would have brought clothes and would have went with you. And so he was like, oh, no, it's okay. He was just very standoffish, didn't say too much about it. But afterward, the weeks after, it was, he was very, not possessive. He was kind of trying to keep tabs on me, wanting to know where I was. And it was like, if I didn't call him right back, it was an issue. If I didn't text him right back, it was an issue. Hey, y'all, we got Ms. Amber Sutton on here. Get glambified, honey. Y'all see these curls? Have you seen Mr. Rise? Honey, listen, that is Goddess Growth Oil. Amber Sutton on Facebook. Get glambified on IG. Order your bottle today. So he was trying to keep tabs on me. And I told him, I said, listen, you have to understand, when we met, I think I was just starting to get back to work. So I was still working from home. So I had the time to talk to him and that kind of thing. Being back at work, they're looking at me while I'm on the phone and all this other stuff. And it's just like a lot. So I wasn't able to call him back or text him back right away. And I don't have my ringer on because, it's just too much hearing that buzz, buzz, buzz all the time. He didn't like that. And it was always an issue. It was always an issue why I couldn't call him back right away, why I couldn't text him back. Well, you don't text me back sometimes 2-3 hours. I don't hear from you all day because I'm working. And then when I get home, I'm tired. Like, I need a chance to recoup, but he can talk throughout the day because he works from himself. He does his own thing, and that's what it is, right? All right, cool. So I got a close relationship with his father. Our arguments were always about our communication. Why I don't text him back, why I don't call him back, when he does it, and I don't call him as much, and our communication is off. Then a month later, he tells me he has this dream, and this dream messed him up so bad. He had a dream that he walked in and I was sleeping with another man, and he was going to shoot the other man. But he said in the dream, he was like, he's not worth it. And he throws the gun on the bed and he walks out. So he's upset about this dream because he was like, his grandparents told him that could be a foreshadowing of what could happen. I was like, so do you think I'm cheating on you? It was like every time it would go back to, well, why are you not calling me back? Are you, he would say something that would allude to that he's thinking about, or, am I talking to somebody else? And it's not, one time he blurted, if you're talking to somebody else, just tell me. And I'm like, boy, first of all, I'm not going to cheat on you. I will just leave. Let's be clear. I don't have to cheat on nobody. I will just leave. Like, legit. I don't need this, right? So that week, he has the dream. He comes up. We spend time together. I'm talking to him. I said, listen, I don't have any other way to convince you that I'm not cheating on you. You only have my word. That's the only thing I can give you. That's it. That's all I got. You take that or you leave it. I'm not doing anything. I'm not giving you any reason to. Then he goes back to the fact that I'm not calling him and I'm not texting. It's this whole thing. It's all of this stuff. And I'm just like, you are it's the insecurity for me. Like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time. So, like I said, y'all remember, I formed a close relationship with his father. And so his father was just kind of getting into some things. He's a senior citizen, but he gets into like some of the senior scams that are like out on Facebook and Instagram, where they'll text an elder and say, we need your credit card information. You need to pay this, you need to pay that, or blah, 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 blah. His father kind of was getting into some stuff and he was, really upset about it. And I said, you know what? Maybe let's just scare him. I'll call him and pretend I'm somebody and, talk to him as like a social worker for the state and say, you have to stop this or this is going to happen. So I called him. Now this is just a little. So I called the father, told him what was going on. Said I was a social worker, and just told him, you have to stop what you're doing, or you can face fraud charges, and the whole thing. And he's like, okay, yes, ma'am. I said, well, do you have somebody who can help you with this? So, yes, ma'am, my daughter-in-law. And I didn't think anything of it because at the time we had been so close. The dude that I was talking to, Kristen, let me see, I'm 42, Derek is, 40 or 38, 39. So I didn't see anything of it. When he said, oh, I'll get my daughter-in-law. I said, okay. So I said, what's the daughter-in-law's name? I'm right. So he says the name. I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you, sir. I hung up the phone. And as soon as I got off the phone, because Derek was on three-way. He was on three-way call. He calls me back. He was like, man, Daddy, he just lying a lot. He just lying. I'm like, what is he lying about? He said, he gave you my late wife's name. Now, come on, y'all. Y'all know. I'm not stupid. I remember his late wife's name. The name that his father said was not the wife's name. So that already put a check in my spirit, right? I said, okay, no worries. Now, mind you, because we've been arguing so much and all the issues, my heart had checked out of this situation like weeks ago. Okay, I need y'all to keep that in mind. My heart like checked out. So I looked up this name because it's supposed to be his late wife, right? I looked up the name on Facebook, and lo and behold, there's sis, just alive and well and breathing, and just being alive. And I was like, oh, this is not the Facebook of a deceased person. This is a living, breathing woman. So I looked through her Facebook and everything. I said, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I'm not going to go crazy and blah, 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 and, be ratchet and, send her messages and, all the things. I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, you know what? He clearly is not being honest with me. So I have to do my due diligence and find out what the deal is. So I sent her a friend request. It was a Sunday morning. 10 minutes later, she answers the friend request and sends me an inbox message. And she introduces herself, really sweet. No, not like, well, who was you and who was you, my husband, and all this other stuff. And, I introduced myself, and she was like, she asked me a question. How long have you and Derek been talking? I said, well, we've been together for about 6 months now. And she goes, oh, really? And I said, yes, ma'am. I said, are you any relation to him? Just trying to play. And she goes, well, I'm his wife. We've been married for about 9 years now. Oh, really? I said, when you say married, like walk down the aisle, ring, marriage license, live together, married. She said, yes, ma'am. We've been married for 9 years. I said, well, you have to excuse me. This is taking me back because he told me his wife was dead and has been dead for 4 years. She says, well, part of that is true. She says he was married before. His former wife died 4 years ago. Now, he divorced her before she passed away, but he continued to take care of her up until she passed. And she said after she passed, me and him, like we were already friends, but after she passed, we got married. So I'm like, so you waited till this woman died and then you just swooped in and took the man? Is this what you're telling me? So she said, yeah. She said, but we've been married for 9 years. She says the house that he lives in is mine. The cars that he drives are mine. She's like, as a matter of fact, I was going to buy him a van for his transportation business. But after finding all this out, I ain't buying him nothing. Now, mind you, in my mind, I'm thinking, Fanny, how did you miss this? Like, usually if a man is cheating, he can only talk to you certain times of the day. I talk to Derek 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. In the middle of the day, he's at home. He's walking around in the living room, showing me dad, his father on the phone, say hi to dad, da, 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 da. He's in the bed, like all times of the day. He calls me from his house. He calls me, from his car, like he like from his office. Like I had full access to him any time of the day I could call this man. So I'm like, I said, you do realize that I've talked to him every day through. Exactly. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. I was in a Barbara Shirley situation. Okay. So I said, I've talked to him through. I said, did you know? She said, well, I kind of figured something was up because when you would call, he would turn the phone down. Or I ask him who that is, and he'd be like, oh, that's just, like a funeral home client or something like that. And I'm just like, what? I said, sis, like, I've talked to him at length. Like, I know what your house looks like. I know what your bedroom looks like. I don't understand it. Like, this is so weird to me. Because it was just so bizarre to me. So here's what I think pissed her off. So she asked me, she goes, has he ever sent you any money? And I was like, oh yeah, like several times. She was like, oh. I was like, yeah, he'll send me money like for my lunch, or he'll send me money like to get my nails done. She goes, oh really? I said, yeah. And she goes, well, he always told me I ain't never paying for no woman's hair and nails. That's on her. So he must really care for you. And I'm like, hey, listen, I got nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that. He asked me if I ate. I say no. He'll send me whatever, $25 or $20 in the Cash App. Or if I need to get my nails done, he sent me money. I've gotten my nails done. Like I have nothing to do with that. Like that has nothing to do with any. Sorry. Like I don't know what to tell you. I said, so sis, just so you know, me and him are done. Like there's no competition, ain't no fighting. I don't date married men. And here's why. And I told her, I said, I was married before. I was cheated on. And I would never do that to another woman. Infidelity is horrible. What it does to the other person, to the family, it's horrible. I would never do that willingly to another woman. So you have to understand that. And I am sorry. I didn't apologize for dating him. I apologize that she is experiencing that level of embarrassment. So then she goes on to tell me that he has a habit of doing this. Like he is on dating sites and the whole bit. She was like, our relationship hasn't been the best. She goes, and honestly, I'm planning my exit. But it's not easy because we have businesses together. And I was like, oh, I understand. I said, so sis, I'm out of the situation. I'm done with him. What are you going to do? And so she was like, well, I would appreciate, you not telling him that we talked. She goes, because the last time I tried to talk to him about this, he's put his hands on me. So he hit her. And for those of you who have asked me, and I was reserving this question, right? Derek did not put his hands on me, nor did he threaten me. Y'all know me. Y'all know Theony, right? If Derek put his hands on me, there would not be a dating in Dallas because I would be in jail. Okay? He did not put his hands on me. He did, however, had a history of hitting this woman, hitting the wife, I guess, when she confronted him about his stuff. So I said, listen, I'm not going to say anything. I'm breaking up with him. I'll let him know I found out about you. But, I'm done. I'm not going to tell him that we spoke. You handle it the way you want to. And she starts talking about how she's so angry. And I said, well, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to stay in a relationship that is horrible for you? And she's just like, it's not as easy as leaving. You can't just leave like that. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, this girl ain't going nowhere. He could literally punch her in her face daily and she is not going to go anywhere because she has made several excuses. Hello, because Ruby Coffee knows. Ruby said Clarissa would be in jail. For those of y'all who know my mother, Clarissa don't play. But we would be in jail. Like we would be in jail. They would put us under the jail. Homicide. Like it's a dub for you. So he did not put his hands on me. But so I guess from us continuing to talk now, mind you, I'm talking now when she answered my friend request, this is like 10 minutes before I had to lead worship at church. Okay. So I had to go to church. Thank God I have an amazing worship team. The head of the worship team, his wife we're really good friends, and another worship leader. Shout out to Mia and Shaniqua. And they're like, what's going on, sis? How are you? And I was like, listen, I'm here. I'm going to lead worship, but my mind is a little off right now. And I told them what happened. And they were like, oh, sis, you need to sit. I said, no, I'm not going to let this take my worship. I'm like, I'm just not. I'm not. Like, he's not worth it. I'm not going to sit down and sit on the gift that God has given me. And honestly, worship is a way of release for me anyway. I'm not going to refuse that for anybody because of some man. Sorry. I almost said the N word. Because of some man. Okay. Okay, let me get some comments and I'm going to go into the rest of the story because y'all got a lot to say. Demetria said, not the Cash App, says the Cash App. Okay, the green circle with the Cash App. She said, not the Cash App. And I'm shocked and I agree with you. Let me just put it up here on the screen. IG, I'm coming to you. I'm coming, I promise. I believe in general, the person God has for you is not only in a relationship with someone else, let alone married. Hello. Ruby said, because Clarissa would be in jail. Y'all know Clarissa was my mother. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere, sis. Jamia, she is not going anywhere. She said, but he was all on your page and all how in the world. Yes. And here's the other thing. This is why I say infidelity doesn't just, get my ear. As I say, infidelity doesn't just affect the person. It affects so many other people. So y'all saw honey, we were in pictures together at the event that I hosted. At that event, he met my friend who's over the organization, and she was so impressed with him. Everybody there was so impressed with him. They wanted his number to do events because he's in Houston, he's down that way. And she actually asked him to lead the closing prayer for the event. And it's him in pictures, closing out in prayer, the whole thing. He had made all these connections, right? And so now he's in this foolishness. And this woman who has this organization has him plastered. He was on, because the mayor was there. He was on the mayor's website, the city of Missouri. Like it was a whole thing. So I lead worship. Christina, don't be upset, sis. I promise you I'm okay. Sonia said, man, I was happy for you when I saw the pictures. I know, y'all. Listen, y'all know my story because I bring nothing but transparency. I told y'all, anything that happens to me, I want to bear my heart, not all my business, not the ins and outs, but I want to let y'all know what goes on with me so you understand that I'm a woman just like y'all. And I go through the heartache and all the things, and I go through all of that just like y'all do, right? So I was happy for me too. Because here's the thing. We have made all of these plans. Like the third red flag was he was starting a church. He was planting a church. He got the building. When I tell you, I was on the phone with this man every day because he was building the church and laying carpet down and buying chairs and hanging drapes and all these things to get the church ready. So I said for his first Sunday that he opens, I was going to go down there and support him. And he kept beating around the subject as to why he didn't want to. He wouldn't answer me directly. He wouldn't. Then it was, well, I don't know if we're going to do it on that day because we got having problems with the water and blah, 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 blah. And another thing happened where I talked to the father and in conversation with his father, he tells me, he's like, oh, well, the water's on. Yeah, we're going to be starting January 1st. And I'm like, yo, what you lying to me for? Like, what is the issue? So then he gives me this excuse, well, the church, they have not known any other woman other than my late wife. So I want to get my congregation ready to receive you. And I don't want to just spring you on and be like, okay, this is the woman I'm dating and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, you're the one that proclaimed undying love for me early on. When I tell y'all, when we first met, if it was up to him, we would have been together like, bam, lock, stock, barrel, that's it. Like he was hot and heavy on me. I was the one that was pumping the brakes. I'm the one that was like, okay, get to know me first. Let's get to know each other before you want to claim me as yours and all this other stuff. He's like, no, I'm trusting God that you're going to be mine and da, 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 da. All of the things, all of the things. So I find out that's the reason why he didn't want me to come to his first Sunday, because his wife was there. And I told him, I said, well, what would you have done? Now, this was before I found out about the wife. I was like, so what you going to do if I just pop up? He's like, you ain't going to pop up. Why would you do that? Da-da-da-da. You got to think about the congregation. And he would try to guilt trip me. You don't know how hard it is being the pastor and being over a ministry. And you have to think about not just yourself. You have to think about the people that you're leading and blah, blah, blah. And he's, saying all the things, all the right things. I'm like, all right. I ain't going to push the issue no more, whatever the case may be. So when I found out about the wife, now mind you, this was Sunday, had a full I'm talking to her on Facebook Messenger the entire time. This wife, forgive me, Pastor Chris, forgive me, but I was talking to the wife all during church, all during the sermon. I led worship, will help lead worship, sat down, and I'm texting her back and forth, and we're just sharing all the information, all the info. When he was up here, the times that we would talk, all the things. So she knew a timeline, and she understood, and I understood everything, because he clearly was not telling the truth. Hello. So toward the end of the day, once she finds out that he would send me money to get my hair and lunch and, nails and all the other stuff. She's like, you know what? F this. I'm going to say something to him. And I was like, well, listen, that's on you. Okay. If that's on you. I wasn't going to say anything to him. I was just going to break up with him. And that was just going to be it. Like, that's it. And so she was like, I'm just going to say something to him. I said, okay. I said, what you going to do? She's like, I'm going to go by there and I'm going to cuss him out. And I was like, all right. Now, mind you, you're the one that said that he's hit you before. So if he busts you upside the head, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm out of it. I'm done. So I guess she didn't go down there. She calls him, because I want to say half hour later, he calls me. I'm like, what's up? And he was like, nothing. Can I talk to you? So we don't have much to talk about. You married. What else is there to talk about? And he was like, but I'm divorcing her. I said, that has nothing to do with it. Why didn't you tell me you were married? I said, you were blaming me. And then I just started to go down all the infractions and said, you sat up there and you challenged my fidelity, my loyalty to the relationship, basically accused me of talking to other men and cheating and not calling you back and all that stuff. And you was the one that just doing dirt. You telling me that you having these dreams, I'm cheating on you. I said, that was a reflection of you. You were the one that's cheating. I said, and what pissed me off more than anything is that you made me the side chick by default. No, you'll never be the side chick. You're not the side chick. I said, you are a married man. Your wife is your wife. The chick that you cheat with is the side chick. You made me a side chick by default. I don't appreciate that, because I'm nobody's side chick. Never will I ever be. I said, when you lied to me and didn't tell me what you did or who you were fully, you automatically made me the side chick. And that's what pissed me off. And then I just lost it after that. I lost it. I can't lie to y'all. I cussed him up one side, down the other. I said, F you and your lying daddy. I said, F you and your church. I lost it. Y'all forgive me. I did not use language that was befitting a Christian. I cannot lie to you. In full transparency, I laid his out. I cussed him all the way out. And I was dropping F-bombs like crazy, like atomic bombs. Gaslighting, Noelle. Gaslighting. Melanie, Cartridge. He was an abuser. Yes. So Ruby says he was lying. Abuser, married on a single website. And I was like, and then you out here trying to be a player on dating sites, like just cutting up. He was like, well, you can't say nothing about that because I met you on a dating site. I said, dummy, I'm single. I'm single. Like, I'm supposed to be on a dating site, you idiot. You the fool that's not supposed to be on a dating site. What are you saying to me right now? Like, I could not believe that he was trying to turn it back on me. Like it was something. I said, boy, you're not getting off with this that easily. You are a liar. I have nothing else to say to you. This, just so you know, so that we are clear, this is over. We are done. I am no longer with you. You cannot call me your girlfriend. Do not call me. Don't text me. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not send a carrier pigeon. Do not send smoke signals. I don't have anything to do with you. I'm done. I'm so done. So then what happens is the wife was still messaging me. And this is where it kind of got messy, because then she goes back and she tells him things that I said to her. So he's trying to call me back. Melanie, we got to talk. Okay, focus. So she goes back and tells him some of the things that I said. He calls me. He's all upset. He's like, so you told her that you was with some, that you gave up a good man to be with me? I said, and I did. And he was like, what you mean by that? You told me you wasn't cheating on me. I said, and I wasn't. I said, but I told you about the guy that I met on Facebook. We had really good conversation. I told him that I was in a relationship. I don't disrespect my relationship. So the only thing that we can be is friends. And he agreed to that. And I told her I gave up a really good guy to honor my relationship with Derek. So he was like, so I said, so you have no recourse. You have nothing else to say. This conversation is over. What you calling me for? I did. I gave up getting to know a really good man to honor our relationship. Now our relationship is over. Okay, it's over, Puddin'. It's a pumpkin. It's done. Okay. So then she tells him, because I made a comment and I was like, and it was an LOL comment. I was like, yeah, he don't know it, but I had to call off the goons from coming to reach out and touch him. So she tells him that I had some dudes that were going to come to the church. So she goes and tells the deacons, because it was, mind you, this happened on Sunday. He was preaching that Sunday. He's having full service. So she tells the deacons, there's this woman that he was talking to. We found out about each other. She was sending some guys. So he was like, I'm trying to figure out why my deacon's standing at the back door with their guns. You got to be careful what you say. I'd rather you send somebody to my house than to my church. I said, I ain't send anybody. Here's what happened. I told my friend, right? What happened? She was like, what? I'm calling my brother. Her brother's a Crip, and he was going, she's going to call the brother, and the brother was going to reach out and touch him. And I said, Derek, you think you scaring me? I said, see, here's the problem. You think I'm these bubble-headed, like, Houston church girls that don't know no better. Like, that don't scare me. I don't care anything about your deacons having guns and you having a gun. I don't care nothing about that. Because trust me, if I wanted you touched, you would have been touched way before this. Like, are you serious? I don't care nothing about that. I don't care. Well, don't be sent. I said, I didn't send anybody. I said, if you listen to what I said, I told her he's not even worth it. Don't call nobody, sis. Leave him alone. He's fine. He ain't worth it. Well, don't send nobody. I said, see, you doing all this because you're trying to keep me on the phone, and I'm done. And I'm done. Bye. Hung up again. So the wife is feeding him all the things. She's feeding him all of the information now, that the conversations that we have. She's showing him all the receipts. And I said, Derek, if you want, I can send you what I said, because he was like, yeah, because she ain't sending me, she's only showing me bits and pieces. I was like, read the whole conversation. Just ask to see her phone. I will tell you, I'll tell you everything I said. I don't care. I can tell you everything I said. He said, you called me a bum? I said, yeah. I ain't never been no bum. Anytime that I came up here, I paid for everything, and I took you out and I said, a bum has way to do more than you paying for dinner and flowers and stuff. You're a bum because you're a married man, you're a pastor, and you are on dating sites picking up women and cheating on your wife and lying to your congregation and leading a double life. That's why you're a bum. Just so we're clear. So you understand what a bum is in my definition. Y'all, the only reason why y'all see me here smiling is because my heart, when I tell you my heart is okay, my heart is okay. I checked out of that relationship weeks before any of this happened, because I knew he was cheating, but I didn't have like facts to prove it. Like I knew something was up, but I didn't have anything to back it up until I heard this woman's name. So it was just a matter of time before I even confronted him with it or something was going to happen. But I had already been preparing myself. So it wasn't like, you know how I always say to you guys, before you jump into another relationship, you need to take the time to heal, process what happened, what you could have done, what was done, what he should have done, that kind of thing, and heal before you get into another. I didn't really need that time to heal. God had already told me, like, all right, baby girl, it's time to go. Like, it was something that was in my heart that was just done. I mean, when I tell you weeks before, because it was just too many. At this point, the flags weren't magenta or pink. They were bright, redder than my lipstick, like red. Melanie, God spared me. I could have never trusted him. And here's what hurt me more than that. And I know that it's not on me because I didn't know, but the fact that I, by default, participated in something that deceived the people of God, I think that's what hurt me more than anything. Because y'all know how I am about my relationship with God. Y'all know that is the only thing of value that I have in my life. I got degrees, I got a car, I got a this, I got a that. I have all the things. The only thing that I have that is worth anything is my relationship with God. And I love the house of God. As much as I crack on the church, I love the church. I love the people of God. I love the house of God, the real church. Okay. And to know that I somehow played a part in the foolishness and that this man is living a double life and leading a congregation of people. Doesn't matter how big they are. I think he may have like maybe 20 members or something like that. Big or small, he's still leading a group of people and he's leading a double life. That's what hurt my heart more than anything. Because I never wanted to be said about me or my name be mentioned in anything that goes against the Lord and that goes against my relationship with God. And I'm mad that because of his lies, I was thrust into that by default. I'm upset and hurting for the people that follow him that don't know. And it's not necessarily my place to go down there and blow his spot up. Because as much as he messed up, he's still God's anointed. Believe it or not. I can't say that God didn't call that man to preach. I know that he needs to sit his behind down somewhere and not preach for a while till he gets some accountability in his life and some healing. But I was angry more that I was involved in even though it was unknowingly, that I was involved in something that would disparage the Lord's church. That's what hurt me more than anything, because I love God so much. And I try to do all that I can so that this platform that he's given me honors him in everything that I do. And I'm upset, not because I lost a man, because they will come and go, right? Except for the one that's supposed to be for me. But I'm upset that people, that because he did what he did, this is the reason why people say, that's why I don't go to church. That's why I don't trust pastors. That's why I don't trust preachers. Because look at what they did. Look at what he did. That put another mark. Because there are, believe it or not, there are pastors. There are people who live for God, who truly live for God, who really love him. But it's people like that man who make Jesus look bad. And then that makes people say, I don't want your Christ. I don't want your Jesus, because I could get this in the world. If there's no difference between the church and the world, why would the world come to him? We're supposed to be his representatives. And it's because of men like that misrepresent the gospel, that misrepresent the Lord, that misrepresent Jesus, that makes people say, I don't want him. And although I didn't know, but because he lied to me, I participated in something that could be, that's why I don't deal with the church. And that's the main reason why I wanted to disclose what had been going on with me. Y'all, I'm sorry. Jesus, y'all done got me when you're crying. Okay. And that's why. That's why. I hope for those of you who don't know Jesus, that you don't look at the story of what I went through and look at me, look at others who know God for real and love him and trust him, and look at that as an example. Because there are good pastors. I served under and served with a pastor from the age I was 13 till I was 37 years old. Pastor Cedric A. Miller is a good man. Living Word Christian Fellowship is an amazing church. Then when I moved out here, the Lord opened an amazing just way for me to be a part of Freedom Fellowship under Pastor John Bates, an amazing man of God who loved me like a father and took me when I was bruised and broken and newly divorced and out here dating and drinking and smoking and doing all the things that single women do, right? Love me in the midst of my mess and love me to healing and wholeness. There are good pastors out here, y'all. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that he misrepresented God. And I'm sorry for his congregation. I pray for them a lot. I pray that he would, come, that God will bring him to humility and that he will come to his senses and make changes. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was all about the exposure. I went to his bishop and had a long conversation with his bishop. And his bishop basically released me and was like, baby girl, you don't owe him anything. This is not on you. Be released in this. And that's it. And bishop is amazing. His bishop is amazing. And I went to his bishop like, listen, you need to talk to your spiritual son. And because this is what's going on. And it turned out that the man really wasn't his bishop. He knew him and would give him advice, but he wasn't like his spiritual covering. That's the other thing I didn't know. Like, he didn't have like necessarily a covering per se. So there's on so many levels where he lied to me. And it was almost like he knew what was important to me. And he would kind of make excuses for that and say, well, this is my pastor, this is my bishop, this is my spiritual father, and blah, blah, blah. Knowing full well he ain't had none of that. Because a good spiritual father would have checked him. Like, boy, get your life together. Nevertheless, I was not expecting to cry tonight. Y'all make me sick. Let me tell you why I love y'all. Because I can be completely vulnerable and completely honest. And I know that y'all may judge me. It's okay. But moreover, y'all gonna love me. And I feel the love. Thank you, Noelle. Thank you, my vulnerability child. And I think I was angry too because I don't bring guys home, like we were talking in terms of the future, in terms of like ministry and us getting married. And, he made this grand declaration that he was going to propose, in 6 months, and he wanted to be married within a year. And when I found out all this, I was like, boy, so you was just going to be a bigamist? Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying to me right now? So how? Who's gonna marry us, boo? How? Who? Anyway, so what has happened since then? What has happened? Like I said, God has opened doors of opportunity. Y'all on IG, the woman, Lowe's Jewels Foundation, Miss Lonika Tewu, she is in the building. Clap it up for her. I'm the brand ambassador for Lowe's Jewels Foundation. I am the mental health and wellness coach for Rated Purity Girls Foundation. So God has opened so many doors in that just period of time. I have met a man. Coincidentally, I have met a man, and we're getting to know each other. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I can say. I'm being cautiously optimistic. I'm absolutely guarding my heart and protecting my heart. I'm not going to go along with or be subject to anybody's emotions, because emotions come and go, and I can't go by what people say. I have to go by what they do. So I'm just watching his actions and seeing how he moves. And when I move, you move, just like that. Like the song say. But he's a good guy. If things go to that level, I'll let you know who he is and what's going on. He is not a pastor, praise God. He is not a pastor, but he does have a relationship with God. He loves Jesus. And he's met Boogie, and Joy said he is Joy approved. And y'all know he's Joy approved. So, that says a lot. I know he was Joy approved. Boogie, you ain't tell me you approved. Honey, listen. I didn't know that. So let me get some comments, because I ain't gonna be on here crying. Y'all got me having and crying all night because we ain't 28. So Melanie said, "Hi, Melbell." She said, "Praying for the next person he will pray on." Yeah, is that even his? That is his real name. I know. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not mad at this man. I'm territorial mama bear. Help me, Holy Ghost. Let me tell you something. Melbell, Melanie Corbin Stepney is a mama bear, true blue. Like, she is a mama. I have a lot of people that love me. Y'all, of course, right? But there are people who have known me since I was a little, since I was a teenager, and will literally cut somebody. Melanie's one of them. Ruby is one of them. I got Soros on here who is okay with going to jail. They just let me just give you my PIN number so you can get the money off of my bail. I got my best friend Joy, aka Book. People love me. And I am so blessed. Sonia will absolutely go to jail. She will absolutely go to jail. Oh, God. Child. Because Spice, let me tell you. Here, let me. She said, Joy Former don't like randoms at all. She'd be like, exactly. She'd be like, no, right in their face. My friends are so cutthroat. It's so ridiculous. It really is. Yes, see? That's why I wasn't worried. When he was making all them threats and all that other stuff, I was like, boy, I don't care nothing about you and your guns and your... I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. I have too many people in my life that I'm either related to or that I'm friends with or that have known me forever. You will be gone. And when I say gone, I'm talking about going to where the FBI will have to find you and find your remains. I'm not worried about you. I'm not. And here's the other thing. Talking to the gentleman that I'm talking to now, he first of all, he's a comedian, so he plays way too much. But he was like, the reason he said he wasn't built for you. And the reason why he wasn't built for you is because he's built like a BBW himself. If y'all have, I took the pictures down, but he did have some enlarged mammary glands. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I would say that he like, you know how they say you outgrow people? To be honest with you, I was too much for him. I was too much for him. Like, and he told me he had never met anybody like me before. He had never met anybody who was educated, somebody who has seemingly a platform and, you know, that kind of thing. And people want to take pictures and want to autograph and that kind of, you know, that kind of stuff. He said he had never met anybody, had never been with anybody like me before. And so I kind of knew, I don't want to say that I was out of his league, but I kind of knew that I was bigger than what he was used to dealing with, because you know he lived in country, you know, country part of Houston. Not all of Houston is country, but where he lived is very country, small, you know, Southern Baptist, you know, small churches, you know, kind of everybody's in everybody's business. So, you know, he's used to them quiet church girls that don't say anything, that don't, you know, give up too much of a fuss because they just really want to be somebody's wife, you know. And here I am, I gave him the time of day. And for a period of time, he did earn the respect with me because of how he was moving. I didn't know that the way he was moving was, you know, duplicitous. He was lying. But, you know, nevertheless. Um, oh Lord. So Jamia says she's gonna go there with the Holy Ghost and rebuke him herself. Melanie says she's going with him. Anybody else want to go down to the church? We can do a field trip if you wanna. Oh Lord. Okay, we don't need that anyway. And who said, wait a minute, y'all, Facebook, hold on, because it's some shenanigans happening over here on Instagram. Guys, Instagram, if you want to go live with the kid right now, send me your request. Facebook, oh Lord, Facebook, if you want to go, I don't have the link. You know what? Let me do this. I'm going to post the link. Y'all, we're not going to do this. Remember last time I do Dating in Dallas, we'd be on here for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Copy, clipboard. Okay, guys, in the comments on Facebook, control me. I am posting the link to come onto the screen and give your spiel. Oh, I thought I did, maybe not. If you don't see it in the comments, you are more than welcome to go to Instagram, because they got some shenanigans going on in here. Let me get to some of these comments because y'all so bad. Miss Tiff Nicole, Jersey girl, period. So my comedian friend said the reason why he's not built for me is because he's built like a BBW. And he cracks on him so bad. He calls him Derek Jackson. He said that I can't. He'll have to come on here. Let me see. I don't know if he's on here. Calvin Wade, if you're on here, if you're on here, I want you to come on and talk about Derek Jackson. The comments. So Joyce said, understand thee, I'm going to the church on my way to Waxahachie. Lord have mercy. Oh, Father God. And then she said he had Todd. Oh, wait, I can't say that. Boogie. I cannot say these words that you're saying right now. I cannot. She says he has breasts and hips. He a whole fine stripper from behind. I can't do this with y'all today. Y'all have to be in Instagram to see the shenanigans. Like, they got issues going on. If y'all want to see what's going on, I am on Instagram. I'm simply_Theany. Melanie said, count me in. So Spice said, I'm dead. He was really into the thick of it. Yes, he was thick. He was. He walked out and be like, I ain't never been with a Betty. She comes to add it to the tally. I can't. Okay. Oh my goodness, Melanie. It's a whole bunch of shenanigans. It's a lot of shenanigans going on Instagram. Guys, listen. Just so you know, this is recorded. Yes, it is recorded, honey. Who is this? Kev. Hey, what's up, boo? So yes, it's recorded. So you'll be able to watch it. I'll post it again. It'll automatically post on Facebook. And then I'll post the same thing on Instagram so you'll see it. Oh Lord, you coming with Pastor Miller? And yes, it is recorded though. So guys, I'm gonna have to get new equipment because I'm on my old laptop, and on Facebook my screen looks very grainy. Instagram it looks fine, but because Instagram won't allow for simulcasting, I have to do two different devices to simulcast to Facebook and YouTube. You guys are being casted all together right now, and then I have Instagram on a separate separate device. So I need to get new equipment. Another thing I forgot to tell y'all, and then we are absolutely ending the show right now. Oh my God, Maricela, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you an inbox picture of what homie looks like. Okay. Oh my God, I can't tell with y'all tonight. So I'm trying to improve the look of Dating in Dallas, right? So my cousin is an amazing producer. He writes scores for TV shows like Grey's Anatomy and movies and like movies. So he has I'm going to be in talks with him about getting licensing for some of his beats. And my friend Diana is going to write the theme song for Dating in Dallas. Y'all, we about to have a theme song up in here. A theme song. Come on, theme song. Yes, and then I want to get the equipment to where I can cue the music for the theme song, have it in the background, and then like switch from like different camera angles. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Spice. She said, Danny Shannon, God wants you with Boaz, not fat ass. Okay. Anyway, so we're about to have a theme song, okay? So be on the lookout for that. I'm so glad to be back. I love y'all. I miss y'all. Do me a favor, if you have any ideas for future shows. Oh, I forgot my girl Amber Sutton. She is the creator of Goddess Growth Oil. She will be doing the health and beauty segments on Dating in Dallas. So you guys will be seeing her, like once or twice a month. She's going to be doing a spiel on health and beauty. And she's our health and beauty guru, honey. Like, she's going to get us together. She's going to get our waists snatched. She's going to get our edges together. Guys, she's going to get y'all to stop getting that chalk outline when you get your edge up. She's going to get y'all together. She's going to get us together. So be on the lookout for that. So a lot of things we're trying to breathe into Dating in Dallas, try to breathe into the show. Because God's got a lot for us. We have a lot of places we need to go. And I'm glad, like Melanie said, that God exposed me to him and exposed him when he did, so that I didn't get in too deep and then I really be in a mess. So nevertheless, I am just grateful. I love y'all so much. Y'all, as much as I cried, I really am happy. I'm in a place of peace. These are tears of joy. Although I was in some sorrow because of that peace, I really am. I'm good. Like, I have good people in my life. And God is just good. And I look forward to where he's taking us. And I say us because I'm taking y'all with me. All right. I love you guys. Do me a favor. If you have any show ideas, please, please, please DM me or Joy L. Foreman on IG. She's Unapologetically Joy. On Facebook, she is Joy L. Foreman. If you have a Dear Thee submission, like the one I posted this week, you want to make sure that you are sending it, send it to my DM or to Joy's DM, because if you send it to the email, I'm not remembering to check it. And I had like a whole bunch of them. When I reached out to the people, they were like, oh, everything worked out. And I had to apologize. I have to remember to check my email for those, because people do actually write in and want actual advice about, you know, their relationship and their life and stuff. So just DM me if you have, if you want to write into Dear Fate and get some constructive advice. All right. All right, y'all. This is it. We're done. Y'all have the best rest of your week. Don't let anybody get on your nerves. And remember, even if they do, they ugly. All right, y'all. Join me next Tuesday and every Tuesday, 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Dating in Dallas. Bye.